Hello and welcome to another episode of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we're your hosts, Danny and Juice. How you doing tonight, Juice?
I am frisky. I'm
Oh,
feeling frisky.
I like
Let's
Frisky.
get let's we're gonna dive into it,
All right, we got a
Get a
lot to
nice
talk about tonight. We had WrestlePalooza, we had All Out, we had Monday Night Raw, we had Dynamite. We have a lot to talk about this week, but first we got to pay some bills. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not subscribed yet, please do. We're up to 5 out of 10, which is awesome. We're going back in the right direction. If we get to 10 out of 10, that'd be great. We could update some of our software, do some nice things, so please help us out. If you've missed any shows in the past, click below on the link tree and watch a couple of our past episodes. We just finished our Marty Jannetty Invitational two-parter. A lot of fun with Till 5 Wrestling. Jump on there, see who won. Spoiler alert, not Marginetti, but go check that out, please. If you want to subscribe, by the way, I forgot to say, please, you can follow the directions on the side there. And if you have Amazon Prime, it is free for you, helps us out. Also, we're in the final week of September, which is 25% off if you decide to subscribe for us if you don't have Amazon Prime. So it'd be really nice if you did. So please take a moment and help us out. And last but not least, thank you to Accept the Wind for being the official band of the podcast. You hear them before, after, and during the breaks. So thank you guys. Keep on trucking. Juice, what do you got for me?
All right. So, this is our last point standing. We're gonna go point by point, just kind of recapping what we think was important from over the weekend. But before we do, I do have some late breaking news that dropped within the last few hours. One is sad, one is bad.
Uh-oh.
Granted, one is potential, but I have a feeling it's happening. So I'll start with the sad one. AJ Styles has confirmed that he intends to retire next year.
Aw,
So,
man.
yep, he intends to retire next year. He says he will probably be at WrestleMania, but that's not a guarantee. So I mean, if I recall, I think we said here on the show his contract ends in like January, February, March. So either he's doing his last year, and from what he's saying, I think he's looking to retire as AJ Styles that everyone knows. He doesn't want his body to start failing. And he does intend to work somewhere with WWE post-retirement. Doesn't know what that will be, but going off of that, it is safe to say that I don't think he's going to AEW. I never thought he was going to go to
Yeah.
AEW. If you had asked me maybe a year or two ago before he signed that other extension, I would have
Mm-hmm.
said maybe. But even then, I wasn't very sure. Now he's not going. He's
No,
not
for
going to go
sure.
there and finish up. He's going to end up in WWE, retire there, and run his career retirement doing whatever with NXT or who knows what.
No,
Killer Tomato says, will he be in WrestlePalooza? Not likely, no.
especially since it
Um,
just happened.
yeah, so AJ Styles thoughts really quick.
Um, I mean, I love AJ. Right after Shawn Michaels, probably my next favorite wrestler, especially when I was growing up. That was like the next guy on the list. But once he signed, we knew the AEW ship kind of sailed. I was just hoping, and I think we were both hoping that he'd have a better last run with WWE, like just ended on a better note. But it seems like he hasn't really been doing much. Now he's about to do like a tag team to get back. I forgot who. I can't remember for the life of me right now. But he's going to go in a tag team match right now and like maybe form a tag team with Dragon Lee. I don't know how that's going to go or not.
Oh,
Yeah. So I
well,
don't know what's really happening.
I don't know if this is to entice him to sign the deal or what they're gonna do, but I mean, I'm assuming you've been online over the last few days. They're doing Cena versus Styles at Crown Jewel.
Oh
I don't
yes,
know if I don't know if you knew that. That is signed for Australia.
that is official.
Um,
I thought that was just rumors.
Nope, that is official. It all happened on social media.
Gotcha. Yeah. See,
Because
that's so shitty.
well, it's because Cena can't be on. Cena's not going to be on until Crown Jewel. So
I'm just
that's pretty
saying
much the
that's
hype.
such crap.
Yeah, they sold it as like Cena saying, oh, I never get to pick my opponents, but this time I'm stepping in. I want Styles. Styles goes, I want you. And then Triple H is like, oh, okay, we hear the fans, we hear so all bullshit. It's all to make
Yeah,
them feel like they
that's
have a say, but
ridiculous.
whatever. This is obviously planned. So yeah, Cena versus Styles in Perth. To probably begin whatever they're doing with Styles. Who knows? The last thing is purely speculative, but
Sorry,
earlier
wait.
this
I'm sorry. I'm
morning.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The reason I was upset about the tag team match was because they're facing a combination of the Grande Americanos. That's what I was trying to remember. So like, I don't know what they're doing with the Americanos. It seems like they're making them into like a stable where they're allowing all of them to start appearing. But now that's his big feud right now. Because AJ Styles is helping Dragon Lee face the American. Like it's so bad. Sorry. Continue. Next point.
Oh, it's fine. So this one is purely speculative, but it's looking likely to happen. It's probably going to get announced overnight tonight. Marigold Joshi, if you're not familiar with it, it is the women's wrestling company over in Japan, not affiliated with New Japan Wrestling. This is the one that is owned by Ross Ogawa. He's pretty much the one that is like kind of basically a little bitch, a little Weasley. He was the one that was kind of doing the stuff underhand with WWE,
Gotcha.
trying to and they're tweeting out that they're going to be announcing breaking news. It's going to change the company tomorrow slash tonight for us. And a lot of people are speculating this is going to be the big WWE partnership, ownership, who knows what. So it's just a further example of WWE potentially sinking their claws deeper into the industry, in not a good way, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
that's
this one was already kind of de facto anyway. If Ross Ogawa was kind of being what he was being with them, so we will see. But it looks like it's being announced in the next 12 hours.
great. I have no opinion on that. I'm
Outstanding.
just tired of every promotion now being an umbrella of WWE and AEW. We said that before. It goes for both of them, so I'm just kind of over it.
Yeah, it's not even like I mean, for some of them it's umbrella, but for the most part, it's definitely like they're playing ball with one side, and a line in the sand is drawn where those companies won't work with the other companies, and it does hurt the industry in a way. It helps, but it hurts. It's a double-edged sword.
No, I agree.
But yeah. Okay, so let's get into WrestlePalooza first. First off, we have Bork Laser versus John Cena.
I thought we saw this already, like 6 years ago. So
No, Danny. This is 15 years in the making, according to ESPN and WWE. A lot of hype behind this one,
I,
and it lasted 8.5 minutes, or close to 9 minutes, and it was just, from what I heard, just typical Brock match. Finishers being spammed, and Brock wins. Cena came out with a bunch of kids. The kids were crying.
it just it
Just
it didn't make like I understand they're setting up the
yeah.
final match or whatever, blah 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 blah. But like we saw this already when Suplex City was born, quote unquote. Like the difference is instead of 15 suplexes or whatever, he did 7 F5s. Like that's the only difference. It was I don't
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I
My
hated it.
my my only question with it now is Brock and Cena rematch? Is it even the main event? Is it even the final match now? Because like you can easily just throw Cena and Brock in War Games, have Cena pin Brock in War Games, and that's it. And then we do something else with Cena. I just maybe it's not even the last match now because all we have left is like 5 appearances and one's with Styles, two are on Raw, and then he's fighting at War Games, and then he's fighting his last match. So I don't know, but
I
duty.
just don't know who else his final opponent's gonna be though. Like
Uh, Killer Tomato, we'll get to that. I'm not even replying to that right now. We'll get to that shortly.
oh,
But no,
I'm
yeah.
so interested to see what you have to say about that later. Um, there's rumors of potentially a Dom match towards the end of, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind him putting over a younger talent. Like if that's his last match is putting over a young talent, that's fine by me. Young heel, that's fine by me. But like,
Mm.
I don't know. It's kind of still a shitty run. Like it's still like this is not the retirement, and not that I had like crazy high expectations, but like for John Cena, I had a pretty high expectation for his retirement run, and this was, I mean, fell so
Womp womp.
flat from the beginning. It's crazy.
Rock messed it all up, my
Yeah,
friend. That's
Brock
it.
messed it all up. That's what it was. Only Brock.
No, no, no. The Rock. The
Oh, The
Rock.
Rock. I'm sorry. I thought you said Brock. I was like, yeah, people have been saying that, and
Nah,
I'm like, that's so ridiculous that everyone
it's
forgets
The Rock.
about The Rock and everything that happened before. Like,
Got
um,
better than. Yeah, I'll give you that, Jay. He definitely got better than Kurt. I
yes.
mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kurt got it.
that was
Kurt
just.
got it. We won.
I
We
mean,
won. We
unfortunately,
fucking won.
Kurt couldn't. Not that Cena can go, but like Kurt really couldn't go as much as I think he wanted to at the end, though either.
Yeah,
But
yeah. They had to put him in, like, the
yeah,
Shield match and everything to like protect him. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's been a mess since before Mania. Yeah, yeah,
No, for sure. I mean,
awful.
truly, it's been a mess
But,
since honestly
yeah,
Royal Rumble. They that's where they whatever. Anyway, let's move
whole
on.
run,
I
the
don't
whole
want to talk
run.
about him.
All right. So next up, we got Mr. Jey Uso. Uh,
So
they lost. Jimmy and Jay lost to the Vision, where I thought you pulled one on me for a minute there, Danny. Because I saw the result and I saw LA Knight was a special guest referee, and I thought you withheld that information from
no,
me, and I was
no,
like,
no, 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 no. Because
I was like, this motherfucker.
honestly, that pissed me off. Because once he went in, I knew they were gonna lose, and it was too late for me to change it. I got upset because I was like, "Fuck!" Now I'm screwed.
When did they announce it? Was it during the pay-per-view or on
Yeah,
the
it was like
kickoff?
right at the beginning of the pay-per-view.
Hmm.
I hate him.
Messy. Yeah, so Jimmy and Jay lose, but apparently the match got cut short because I watched the clip. I don't know what happened, but apparently Jay slipped or handled the
So
chair poorly
Jay,
and cut his head open and started bleeding all over the place. And I guess LA Knight went over to Braun, told him to hit the spear and go to the finish. Counted the three, and then Jay was like looked kind of really shaken up. People said concussion, apparently not a concussion because I think he wrestled on Raw. You can clear that up for me.
mhm.
But yeah, apparently Jay got really hurt, got messed up. I don't know what he did, but
He did wrestle on Raw. So really, simply, what happened was just that he held his face too close to the hit. So he hit him straight on, and there was a little, because Braun's a fucking brolic man. There was a ricochet from the
like that word.
chair, and it hit him square in the head and sliced him open. So some people were saying a concussion just because, like, the way he stumbled and stuff. I don't think it was a concussion. I think he was just like shook because he wasn't expecting to be sliced open, and like he was bleeding. It wasn't like it was like a little bit of blood. Like, he was coming down. Best chair shots in chair.
Woof, woof.
But yeah, no, that was just a ridiculous, that, like, why would you hold your face so close to the chair? Like, he literally held it this close, like, this
I
is
don't
the chair.
know.
He was like, "Oh, I'll see ya, I'll see it," and
Maybe,
crazy. But
yeah.
he did wrestle the next night, kind of continuing the little tribal chief thing where Jimmy went to go make a tag team a rematch, and they said no. I already requested a match with LA Knight. He kind of blamed Jimmy, saying that if he didn't help LA Knight the last week, that maybe he would have been the special guest referee and he would have cost him the match. So it's still weird how they're playing it. I will say this is much better acting than what we'll talk about in our last point of WWE. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really care about it. I'm over the bloodline stuff. So, like, what is this going to end in? As Jay as head of the table? No, I'm good. Like, even if Roman falls in line, I still don't care about Jay being the head of the table.
Roman at Mania. It's going to be a 5-star classic.
Yeah,
All right,
great.
next up,
5 stars and
Stephanie
5 years too late.
Stephanie Vaquer is our new women's world champion over on the red side, defeating Io Sky at WrestlePalooza. What I'm hearing was the best match of the night, the saving
By
grace of the
far,
night.
by far,
The
and
only
that's no shade to the next match. I think people just had
oh,
higher expectations for, and that was foolish of them. But no, this is by far the best match of the night. Thank God they had this match on. Save the show.
yeah, so Stephanie wins, and I guess it makes sense because the way this goes with Stephanie is whenever they put the women's title on somebody, they kind of disappear and stop actually wrestling, and the
Mm-hmm.
focus is on other people, which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense because Io Sky is in this whole big storyline, and God forbid the belt involved in the storyline. Now Stephanie will just flounder and fight, whoever she's gonna fight at Crown Jewel. So happy she's champ. Finally, someone new to be a champ. Yeah, no, listen, I
Killer
like
Kamado also
Stephanie,
said she won his
and
heart.
oh, well, that was easy. Um, I'm happy she's champ. I'm happy she won. I wanted her to win over EO. I just hope that they give her something to do because, like, if we're sitting here,
Well, right now
come,
she's not gonna have anything to do because right now we're waiting for Crown Jewel and they're gonna do the face off and that's it.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, okay, come end of the year, come War Games, like, now she's just gonna get thrown into a War Games thing, and
Hmm.
like, she deserves a feud to go with the belt and to be
Yes.
put over, like, put her over as a champion with the belt, not a whatever. I know they're gonna fumble it. I feel like. I hope
No,
I'm
like you
wrong.
said,
Prove me
it's gonna
wrong.
be what they do every time. Where look at when Io won after Mania, who was fighting the next night? Rhea, Bianca. Like Io was off. They do this shit all the time where they think they need a break to make us like so excited when they come back. No, we want to celebrate them and see them right away, and we want them wrestling and like doing
Yeah,
shit. Um,
I'm rooting
but
for her.
that's
Rooting
exactly what
for
happened
her,
last
but
night, where she just came out, she did a promo. Literally, the promo was, "I'm gonna wait to see who wins on SmackDown to see who I face at Crown Jewel." You can you can have someone attack her. You can have a storyline start getting set up so she has eyes in the back of her head after Crown. Like, there's so much stuff you can do, and it just. I mean, it was a nice promo. I'm glad she got to speak and everything, but like, make a storyline out of it. It's so easy. It's right there in front of you. But
yeah,
no,
I mean, I'm patient right now because I know that they're probably gonna do a draft next month, so
that too. Yep.
we'll see how things shake up. But I feel like by Christmas time, if we're still sitting here in 3 months and like
And she has to have a
nothing really to talk
significant feud,
about,
not like a little feud or a couple of title defenses. She
yeah.
needs a significant, like,
Uh,
against
mhm.
Rhea, against Bianca, against Asuka, as someone with a good feud. That's what she needs.
Yeah.
Even Roxanne, I'll
All
take
right. Well,
Roxanne.
mm,
All
yeah,
right,
I don't know. We'll see. Next up, AJ Lee and CM Punk win their tag team match.
of course.
What I hear was like a 35, 40-minute tag team match that went on way too
Yep.
long. They played with the hot tag way too much. Again, I did not see this, but I'm assuming whatever they did would have worked if it was like half the time.
Yes.
Like this just seemed like they were really stretching it out and people got bored of it and tired of it. And it seems like it didn't really pay off truthfully.
And honestly, I don't
Um,
think it was fair for
but
AJ Lee to expect her to come back and do a 40-minute match, her first match back. Like, even with the
yeah.
tag stuff, like, that's still a lot. That's still a lot to
So
do.
I'd be curious. I didn't look it up. Like I don't know how long exactly the match was, but let's assume 40 minutes, like I said.
I
Like
couldn't tell you. I
when
know what
did
you're about to
like
ask.
when did she get in? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like how long did she truthfully get held out until
yeah.
she got in there?
Or how
Because
much
she
of
I
the
don't know.
match did she
Yeah.
actually wrestle? I didn't time
Yeah.
it, so I couldn't
If
tell you that.
if anybody in chat watched and has a vague idea, like if you know, like did she start the match and then Punk tagged in, or did Punk start? And was she truthfully not in it for like the first like 10, 15, 20? Like I'm just
No, I
curious
don't
how
think it was
long that
that
stretch
long.
went. I'm just curious. That's what I'm asking. So if anybody knows in chat has a better idea, do share. We'd love to know. I'd
But
love to know. Danny probably doesn't
with
care.
that being said, it was still a good match. Like, I still enjoyed it. They were hitting their spots well. AJ looked good. Like, it didn't look like she wasn't like fumbling a lot of stuff. And I love I keep forgetting Spider's Web is her finishing move. What's the name of her
Uh,
move?
uh, Keverla says now they teased her starting and she didn't get in until like maybe halfway point.
It
Okay, so
was
maybe it was
halfway.
quite a while.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. Well, that's from what I was gathering online. It seemed like it was like quite a bit. All right. Uh, her finisher, yeah. Not Widow's Peak.
No, Widow's Peak is Victoria.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
blanking on
what?
the
Yeah,
name.
whatever. I love seeing her in that finisher. It's great. Like whenever she hits it and stuff. It all just worked out nice. So the only problem is, and kind of knew it was gonna happen though. Next night on Raw, because of Crown Jewel, no Punk, no AJ Lee. Seth is already moving on to Cody Rhodes. They're doing their whole little spiel. So like now, how long? Black
Uh,
Widow. Thank you, Keverlass and Killer Tomato.
Thank you.
Um, but now, like, how long do we wait? Like what let's she beat Becky. If she's signing and she's going to be a full timer or whatever, let's not wait too long to start this Becky versus her thing going on. But also, are they going to do all this with Crown Jewel where every champion faces each other? Because then now you got to wait for the month, so that kind of sucks too.
No, it's always been, well, it's always been. They only did it once, I think, but it's just the top two belts,
Okay,
the men's and men's, the women's and women's. It's not going to beat all the other ones
all
because
right,
those belts are established. If you remember, they did those in Saudi.
yeah, that's
So
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. All right. Next up,
I added
this
this
one's
one.
you.
Yeah,
You added this one. I have nothing to absolutely to say about Judgment Day 2025. So
I know
take
you
the floor.
don't. Just I just
Say
wanted to
what you
let
want to
you know
say.
what's going on and where they're headed right now because I know some people do like to talk about the Judgment Day. But it's also
No,
just
who? Who?
I don't know. I'm not saying like just
Who?
some
I want
people,
names.
just some people in the universe.
Not one
No, no, no.
person.
Honestly, it's going in a weirder direction. And I just wanted to let you know to see any take you have. If you don't, I don't care. But just talk about it. So Rusev, we know how hot he's been since he beat Sheamus. He's challenging Dom for the IC belt. So Dom's been trying to play this chicken shit runaway thing. Pretty much what it looks like they're doing is I guess the eventual split up of the Judgment Day is coming. I'm assuming maybe the draft, maybe. But they're having Finn pretty much be like more babyface with JD, and it looks like Dom is gonna break off with his ladies and kind of be the heel still. This past Raw, he threw JD into a match with Rusev. At the end of the match, Rusev just had him in the finisher, was just like not breaking it, whatever. Dom is too scared to get in the ring. Finn comes out, breaks it up, helps JD out, is like screaming at Dom, "Why'd you leave him in there?" Yada yada yada. So they're giving Finn more of a babyface role, I guess, out of the breakup, leaving Dom as the real heel, and JD I guess is gonna go with Finn. And out of all this, instead of giving AJ the IC belt, it looks like they're trying to do something with Rusev. I don't know what's going on there.
All right. Not one thing you said is of interest to me,
Do
and I
we
don't
get
apologize.
the demon back if Finn goes face?
No, no,
Damn,
he doesn't want to do it anymore.
that's fair. All right, moving on.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm sorry to our viewers who had to listen to that for the last 2 minutes.
Well,
Um,
technically, yeah, no, you're right. 2 minutes.
yeah, there's a timer. Next up, breaking news from WrestlePalooza. Wow, can you believe it? The newest inductee into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley.
She didn't even believe it.
Congratulations. You've earned it. What a complete surprise. Undertaker telling her the news at ringside, I think.
Yes.
Um, what a moment. What an induction. This is going to be great in April. Wow. What are your thoughts? Tell me.
Ah, a few thoughts. Number one, from what he said, it sounds like Undertaker is inducting Stephanie into the Hall of Fame. Just putting that out there. Doesn't make sense
Okay.
to me. I guess because they almost got married. Maybe. That smile of hers screams she tortured animals as
Oh,
a kid.
on screen. You got me for a second. I was like, the fuck you talking about? Okay.
So yeah, so I think that's a weird person to induct Stephanie, but that's fine. Um, Second is don't understand why the announcement is now in September when they usually start like in January or February. And lastly, and I said this to you already, if this is truly Cena's retirement tour, the the best thing you could have done for the man is in January 1st or whatever, the day after he retires, you announce him as the first inductee into the 2026 Hall of Fame like you should do for the guy. But nah, you had to announce your wife 8 months early for some goddamn reason I don't understand.
Yeah, well, they did it because it's on ESPN. They wanted to give ESPN a moment,
Yeah,
and
great. By the way,
this is the
ESPN
talking point
ripped
moment.
apart the pay-per-view.
Yeah, so I don't want to get too deep into that, but yeah, I don't listen. It's one guy. He did a review. He does reviews of wrestling and boxing on ESPN.com all the time, Andreas Hale, and he gave it a C.
Yeah, and
He
rightfully
just
so.
didn't
I'm just
like the
saying, I just
show.
found it ironic that they did all this
And
for
no,
them and they put on a
and I
shit show.
appreciate that, and I love the reports of like, oh, everyone's confused. Whatever, man. It's one guy's opinion. Good for him for saying how he felt, and not being a shill and giving it an A plus or
I
some
agree.
bullshit. So whatever. Let everybody get mad. One good match out of five isn't a C rating. That's 20%. That's an F. Jay's math doesn't lie.
That's fair.
Jay also says the whole thing felt like how someone tells you exactly what they want for Christmas, has to pretend to act surprised when they get it. Yeah. And yeah, I don't think Cena's getting in next year. I think they're gonna hold Cena for Saudi Arabia. Um,
Ugh,
I just don't think it's Cena. I don't think it's Cena, but I wouldn't be
that
surprised. I don't think it's
sucks.
gonna be.
Yeah, that's so
Yep.
true, and that sucks. That
That's how it
sucks that
goes.
Saudi Arabia's gonna get a whole. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, moving on.
Yay! Last thing, from Monday Night Raw. Raw ends with after I believe the match was Rhea versus Io. You can correct me if that match was different. I don't know who fought.
No, it was Rhea
But
versus Asuka.
oh, okay, there you go. Thank you. Rhea versus Asuka, and you can go into in depth on the shenanigans, but the long and short of it is Asuka implemented the heel turn by pouring apparently a jug of mist on Rhea Ripley, turning her into a Smurf, and made Kyrie sicked Kyrie on Io or sicked Kyrie, oh yeah, on Io and Rhea, and Io cried. I think Kyrie was conflicted, and Asuka's the heel. Correct me if I'm wrong. What are your thoughts? Tell me what you thought about the heel turn and all the whole moment.
Good question. Is this era in WWE the most we hate our fans era, or have previous eras been worse? This might
Oh,
be
there's been worse.
this. Yeah, I was gonna say
For-
this is up there.
There's been worse.
This is definitely up there though. But oh man. So I'm conflicted, and forget all the WWE hate for a second. I'm conflicted because I really do want to enjoy this storyline that they're trying to pull, but because they're making them speak in English and stuff, and they're making them act the way like they expect them to act, or they expect American workers to act. They're not coming off sincere. It's almost coming off like a parody, and like I know like definitely like uncultured people are making fun of it because it seems quote unquote like very stereotypical Asian, and they're not doing something like that. But some of the faces they're making and some of like the shots they're ending on, it like I hear people laughing in the background like, damn, that's not the effect they're supposed to have. Like it's turning into a joke when it's not supposed to, because they're trying to make them act a way they're not comfortable doing. So like the whole thing right now is that Asuka has this hold over Kyrie and Io because like they're family to Asuka, like not like real family, but you know they're the reason. Asuka's the reason they came over. Asuka's the reason they have a shot. Like they feel indebted to Asuka. So all this stuff that Asuka's doing about turning, they are doing, even though they don't agree with it, they're doing it because like they just feel indebted to her. So they're following her lead and everything. And Asuka's like screaming at Kyrie, and Kyrie's like cringing, but then Kyrie's like falling to the floor cringing because she doesn't know like how to do it right. So she's like that cringing and just pausing, and it's weird because they pause for like 5 seconds and then leave, and then they like Io is trying to show like a conflicted face, but like she's like squishing her face too much, so it just doesn't come off as sincere, and it's unfortunate because like it could be a good storyline. Like Asuka has this control over these two strong girls or women, and they're eventually these two women are gonna break free of her control and like step out of it, but like it's not coming across right. Maybe she's gonna start a gang of street racers that steal DVD players.
Certainly an angle they can take there, Tom.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, from what I've seen clips online, it seems like they're doing now that the heel turns happen. But it seemed like for the last month or two, they were just running the same segment every week over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
So,
This is
you
finally
know,
something different with it.
yeah, so it'll be fun for like 2 weeks, and then they're probably gonna run the same segment again,
Mm-hmm.
just in a different way. But yeah, I mean, I guess the broken English is something that some fans just can't let go of and laugh at. Obviously, Asuka's always kind of been that over the top silly
Yeah.
with it in her way of being a
But
heel. She's
Asuka's making
eccentric
it
in that
work.
way. Asuka's
She
so
knows
all
how to
right.
do that by now. It's Kyrie and Io that are still learning how to do the
Mhm.
acting. Like they can speak it, but they don't know how to show the emotion right yet.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know what the obviously you think the payoff would be something with the belt, but this sounds like a storyline that's going to kind of get cut off with the draft. I feel like this one's not going to last post draft,
Yeah,
which
I
and
think
it
it's gonna
should.
get either
Right.
rushed because I don't see like the payoff would have been the belt, but the belt, like I don't think
Mhm.
Asuka's gonna be challenged for the belt anytime soon. Even though they had a run in with Io, and that's what led to the Rhea
Mhm.
versus Asuka match. But not with Io, sorry, with Stephanie. But I still don't see that happening anytime soon.
And what should happen here is like this should involve the women's tag titles at some point.
Yes,
Like, and I don't know if it will, but
agreed.
whatever. That's our time. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we will dive into AEW.
Woo!
See
Be
you in a
right
few
back,
minutes.
everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we start part two of our last point standing, where we talk about AEW. And this week we had All Out. So, where do you want to start?
Yeah, so before we start, quick point of clarification. One of our viewers, Harley, wrote to me during the commercial break. So it turns out apparently what Taker said was let him be the first to introduce her as the special Hall of Fame inductee. So it doesn't really confirm that
Okay,
he's
cool.
inducting her.
Cool, cool, cool,
He
cool.
was he was just kind of confirming, let me be the first to introduce you to.
I wasn't sure.
Um,
Like, I heard it, but I was confused if I heard the right word. So,
yeah.
good. I'm glad I got clarified.
Yep. Well, thank you, Harley. We appreciate the clarification. And yeah, so this is going to be a mixture of we're kind of going to, if you see from the points, we're going to kind of blend All Out and Dynamite in the points. We're not
Yeah,
really going to do All Out and then Dynamite. We'll cover whatever encompasses that point as we do it. Naked Midian should induct her. That'd be a hell of an induction. I'd watch that. He'd have to be naked the whole time, though.
yeah.
No podium. Okay, starting off, the Tornado Tailgate Brawl. Now, did you watch the brawl, the tailgate brawl, the new buy-in 0 hour thing, or no?
No,
Wow. Okay.
I'm not gonna
So,
lie.
um,
Also, I was upset that we didn't, that I don't know when they announced the match, but we missed the match. Obviously, I don't. Well, do you
well,
know when they announced it?
that's part of why I asked. So they did not announce that in advance. That was a last minute, like
Gotcha.
the 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 tag match with the frat house and O'Reilly and Strong and I think Hologram too. I forget who was the third, if it was even three.
Yeah, it was
But
hologram
either
for sure.
way, yeah. So that's why I assumed when you didn't text me because I didn't watch it live. I watched it the next
That's the
morning.
problem. I didn't watch it
Assumed
live either.
that's why we need you, Danny. But yeah, when I didn't get a text message about it, I didn't figure I figured you weren't watching live. Either way, my point being, the last match of the zero tailgate brawl, whatever they called the episode, um, was the women's tag team tornado tailgate brawl. A lot of tease. I did not like the match. I thought, honestly, the best word I could use, I thought it was an embarrassment. I thought if you should go and watch it, like this felt like Vince McMahon booked it. Like this
Uh,
was like the typical throw the ladies out there with a bunch of themed weapons and wear themed clothing and do their sloppy spots and let the crowd look at you for a few minutes. Um,
that sucks.
like they've done so many tag matches over the last few weeks with these different combinations of these women, and it just this did not click at all. I think it was just not right. It was cartoony and not violent, and it was mostly done during commercial break, apparently. Yeah, I watched it on Max the next morning, so I guess maybe I missed the commercial breaks part of it. But yeah, I was not a fan of this at all. I thought it was probably the worst match of the night, and very disappointing. So
That
if you have a
sucks.
chance, watch it just to see if you agree. Maybe you'll enjoy it. But
Doubt it.
yeah, overall, before we get into the pay-per-view though, like as a whole, maybe it was because I watched it the next morning and I wasn't on social media for like 24 hours, so I was like really spoiler free. I enjoyed All Out. I liked the pay-per-view a lot. I maybe had one or two nitpicks, which we'll get to as we go on, but I loved it. I thought it was a really good show. Despite my feelings on the bookings and plannings of stuff, it came together like I thought it would, and it was great. So, do you have any broad thoughts on All Out? What were your experiences? Because you seemed like you weren't as thrilled as I was.
I was disappointed early. Um, and
Okay.
luckily we'll get into the main reasons. But honestly, after the first two matches, for me, I got a lot more into it. Um, but yeah, just two spots in the first two matches that kind of took me out of it, and I was like, man, if this is how like, and I was hyped for the first two matches too. That's why kind of disappointed me. Um, so in my mind, I was like, if this is how the rest of the pay per view is going to be, I was like, I'm not going to enjoy it. And then it picked up from there, so I was happy with that.
Okay. All right. So let's dive into the pay-per-view, and again, we'll talk about whatever happened on Dynamite involving these points as we
Yeah,
go. If anybody sees anything that we did not mention here on the list, and you really want to talk about it from All Out or Dynamite, please bring it up. And actually, I just realized I didn't put it on here, so let's pause. Let's just bring up really quick the important announcement from last night. Tony Khan announced the introduction of women's tag team titles.
Oh yeah.
They will be coming soon, sometime this year, he said. No timeline, no tournament, nothing revealed. They showed the belts. The belts look just like the men's, but a little bit smaller.
Yep.
Um, what were your thoughts? Do you have any early picks? Who you think should win them first?
I was excited. I am excited. Finally, we've been talking about it for a while. Um, Early picks. Actually, I was also surprised that TK didn't do it live. I figured that'd be something he'd want to do, like, and get the crowd buzzing for, because he loves his little like stamps on the ramp or whatever. I'm glad Renee got to unveil them though. That was nice. Early picks. I mean, I would love for Death Triangle to kind of get that. Let Julia Hart and Sky Blue. I'm sorry, Triangle of Death. I said Death Triangle.
Who? Who?
Julia Hart and Sky Blue.
You want to try again though?
Madness. I am. Go ahead, continue. We got it now.
Triangle of
We're
Madness.
good.
Yes. Um, Yeah, they'd be my personal pick too. I have a feeling. I mean, it'd be cool if they did like Ty J, like an OG team kinda, as well. I don't know if they're gonna do. I'd rather they not do like Tony and Mina,
That's what
give
I'm
her a
afraid
belt
of. That they're
again.
gonna do
But
not a mashup per se, but like two people who aren't really a tag team that are just friends or whatever that are teaming for it, that are bigger names that they're gonna give the belts to.
well, I mean, I wouldn't. There'd be worse teams than Tony and Mina. I'm just
I'm
saying,
not
like,
saying
I'd
they're.
like something like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like even Athena and Billy Starks. But we'll cross that bridge as we get to in the coming weeks. Once we see the field kind of open up, maybe we can predict that in a future episode. See if we can pick the
Ooh,
field of
that'd be
eight
fun.
teams. But okay, now the pay-per-view. I promise. Opening match, as I thought, was Adam Copeland and Christian Cage taking on FTR to get the crowd hyped up and popped. Um, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage got the win. Um, and I believe during the match was when Stokely tried to interfere, and that's when Beth Copeland, aka Beth Phoenix, came out. So a huge ovation. Picked up Stokely or speared him, and I think took him away or scared him
Yeah.
away. Either way, got him out of the
No, picked him
equation.
up and carried him out.
Um, okay, there you go. I think she speared him first and then picked him
Yes.
up and carried
Yes.
him
Yes.
out.
Yes.
Um, Cope and Cage get the win. I think it was like a 20-ish minute match. Um, and then Cope and Cage get the win. FTR get the beatdown post match and grab Beth, give her the pile driver, lay her out the handcuff Copeland to the ropes. I think Christian was just laid out. I don't think he was handcuffed. But yeah, and then I thought it was a decent match. I mean, I thought it got the crowd was into it. I don't think it was a classic. I think they obviously have another better one in them down the line, but for a first one like this, I thought it was great. Um, yeah, so before we go to the next stuff, what do you think about the match? What do you think about all that I said? How'd you feel? Seems like you
So
had a
I
problem with
I
it.
liked the match until the end, and I'll get into that in a second. I like the match until the end. I love the Beth Copeland stuff. Obviously, if she has a Titantron, I think this is she's gonna be making a couple more appearances, possibly wrestling. So keep an eye out for that. But like, cause she had her own music, her own Titantron now, so that was interesting. Cause at first I didn't know it was Beth. Like I was like, oh, who's coming out to make the save? And I was like, oh yeah, that's dope. Love the pile driver at the end. I think that's exactly what it had to be. I was curious why, and we'll get into it later, why Killswitch wasn't there. Like I know they were still breaking apart and like falling apart, but it wasn't like official. So once I saw it was just Kip, I was like, interesting. Just Kip and Mama Wayne. Didn't know if Nick was gonna come out, but
Well, Nick did come out. He was in the wheelchair.
yeah.
Um,
But he didn't like do
but
anything. Like Kip was the one
because
who attacked him and
yeah,
everything.
well, because he legit broke his ankle.
Yeah,
That's why, yeah.
I
And then yeah, and
go
then
ahead.
for Kill Switch or whatever, yeah, we'll get into Kill Switch.
Yeah,
We'll save
and
that.
then so the only two. So I had two nitpicks about this match. The first one was I was upset that they missed the 3D spot because they just mistimed the camera stuff. I thought that was like I know like the Beth stuff was important, but like they need to work on that camera switch a little better because like they just got the end of the 3D, so like that was kind of like you want to see the whole setup. Um, I didn't like how the match ended because I felt, and I know this is typical babyface heel stuff and blah 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 blah, and I get it, but you could have given FTR a second spear. You could have given FTR like a kill switch and a spear. Like you could have done more because Edge got kill switch, a foreign object. I'm sorry, not a kill switch. A finishing move, a foreign object, another finishing move, another finishing. Like Edge got like 6 or 7 things and was this huge hero. They got one spear and went down. Like I don't like when they mismatch that too much. Like I don't mind them losing. That's fine. I don't mind Edge being like, kind of like bigger than life. That's fine. But like give FTR a little more credit than that. That's the only thing that kind of took me out of that. I don't know about you, I did enjoy the John Cena tribute during the match from Copeland. I don't know how you felt about it, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I chuckled at it. It was nice. It's like two ships crossing in the night,
Yeah.
kind of like, I dug it. It was nice. Um, yeah, no, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this whole bit, and then Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Copeland is distraught. Well, this is a segment from the pay-per-view, but they're showing it on Dynamite. Copeland, distraught, says he has to go home, spend time with Beth, be with his family. He's leaving. He's leaving AEW to take time and go away. Doesn't know if he'll be back. Christian feels like he's leaving him behind. Oh, I need family. You're not family. You are family. You have a family with me. Blah blah blah. So the internet is the dumbest place alive. Um, Everybody immediately runs with it. Oh my God, they're doing Edge and Cena. They're doing it.
It's
That's why
so
he's
funny.
leaving. Like, you morons. His contract ends in October of next year. And even then, he probably has add-on time for injury. Like, he's going to film the Percy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to fight John Cena. Y'all are fucking dumb. I'm being nice right now, but like,
No, it's so funny. Like I saw that shit too. I'm
like,
like, can we stop? Like, what are
stop
they
it.
gonna rent him? Like, people just want to believe what they want to believe, man. It's crazy. But what I
Yeah.
did enjoy more from Dynamite was the Willow Nightingale segment with FTR. First off, I enjoyed the fake apology. I enjoyed the promo, which, funny enough, after seeing the promo and like watching them more, I totally agree with Monday's vote about Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler about who's the Mario Jannetty. I wish I had changed it now. Killer Tomato says forbidden door. But I enjoyed that whole segment. I like how Willow Nightingale came out. They tease, attacking another woman, and then you had Jetspeed come out and like set that up a little bit. So maybe that whoever wins that is the future number 1 contenders for tag team belts. Blah 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 blah. But I thought that was just a good segment overall, and I love the excuse that Cash was diving to save her before she fell on her head. That was great.
His eyes were all welled up. He
I
couldn't
know, man.
see.
He broke his nose.
Yeah. So we won't get too deep into like the long, like all the specific segments, but just to put it out there, as much as I loved All Out, I did not like Dynamite last night at all.
I wasn't a big fan.
Um,
It seemed weird. It seemed very thrown
was not
together.
a. It felt like this felt like The Hangover. Like it felt like everyone was like, okay, we just did All In, Forbidden Door, All Out. We were going nuts. Now's The Hangover. We kind of chill until Full Gear and the Continental Classic
Yeah.
pops up again,
Like there
which
were a few
tends to
good moments,
happen.
but like,
Yeah, no, it wasn't a bad episode. Just this one did not click for me
yeah.
personally. I did not like. I didn't really like a lot of the things done. Kill Tomato. We'll get to that in a moment. Um, but yeah, I just want to get that out there. I was not crazy about last night's episode. Um, that's it. All right.
Yep.
Next up, my little nitpick. One of mine for the evening, was just once again. Now that we see how things kind of shook out, is this complete like missed opportunities for two of your biggest baby faces that have been out for one for a year and a half, the other one for
Like 6 months.
what, 6 months, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Two of your biggest baby faces, and like you just lost Osprey, you just lost Swerve. Like Copeland's clearly taking time off. Well, it'll be in the next point, but MJF's taking time off. Like I don't understand like not putting something more creative or big behind these guys coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Eddie's back. He came back. He fought Big Bill. He beat Big Bill. Kind of botched the finish. Unfortunate.
That's the
But
nitpick I have for the second match. I just
yeah,
like,
I,
and I didn't even
I
mind the botch finish. Then save it. Like,
yeah.
don't go down and eat the pin. Like you knew it was the way he fell. You knew it was
I
botched.
mean,
So like, fix it.
I'll say, despite the botch, Excalibur sold it well enough,
Yes.
and it looked okay enough for me, where I was like, you know what? Fine. There's been worse botches.
My
Like,
favorite
I
though
didn't hate
was,
it. I
oh,
didn't
that
hate it.
missed.
Yeah, but Excalibur made it work. Whatever. Either way, I didn't hate that. I mean, and Eddie looked good, by the way.
Yes,
Eddie
yeah,
looked in great
and that's
shape.
another example of like
Um,
the match I was into. I was like, okay, whatever. Like I got back into it with the Beth stuff. I was like, that's cool. This match I'm hyped for. I want to see Eddie come back, and I'm like, another finish that I'm not too crazy about. Like, is this going to be how the rest of the night goes? Because I'm not going to keep want
mm,
to watch these matches if every finish is going to be a fuck up. So yeah, that's
yeah.
that's what got me out of it at the beginning.
Um,
But then again, another post
yeah.
match thing where I
Well,
enjoyed it.
yeah, and then Hook comes out. We
Yep,
got Eddie with Hook. Looks like they're gonna be a team. And you know what? When they came out, I was like, okay,
yep.
all right. Like let's see where it goes. If
Still hate
Hook
the music.
loosens up and kind of like I saw this segment of Hook and Eddie backstage. It looked like Hook was gonna loosen up a little bit and talk a little bit more. Like if he kind of sheds that and like gets more real, I think Hook and this could be great for Hook. If he's
Yeah.
just gonna keep being him, I'm not really down for that anymore. I
No, I
think
think
something's
I
got to
think
give
Eddie's gonna
here.
get more of the
Yeah.
promo out of Hook, which is gonna be good.
And I'll give Hook credit, or I'll give AW credit. I did see that last night Hook wrestled a dark match,
Ooh.
and when he came out for the dark match, they cut some of that long opening.
Oh, thank God.
Like, so I think next time we see him, they'll use that. It kind of cuts out that weird, like, like the warble kind of at the beginning. Like that's gone. It kind of dives more into the song. So I think it'll work better
Okay,
now.
we'll see.
But we'll see when next time. I think on Saturday when he's on Collision, we'll see how
That's
they
fair.
kind of do it. But the one that really bothered me, my biggest issue with the whole night, Orange Cassidy, man. I mean, like they tease it. They don't say his name, but it's like you just throw him like, oh, he's back and he's gonna be teaming with us on Wednesday and right back into the conglomerate. I don't know. Felt like a missed opportunity, especially when you do what you do on Dynamite with him clearly gonna be the one in the painting. Like, why wouldn't you just do that? Like it just blew my mind. And maybe it does
Also,
come down to the political TV stuff where it's like the network wants you to reveal it for the rating, but like that's two huge baby
yep.
faces. It just and Jerry, it bothered me. It annoyed me, but whatever.
What also
What are
annoyed
your
me
thoughts?
about the actual um reveal was that they didn't turn the lights off fast enough. So like
Well,
you unveil
yeah.
the curtain and he's just standing there with the lights on and they're like, "Oh shit," and they turn the lights off. I'm like, "Come on, at least get it like
Well, the other
ah,
way around. The lights were off. They didn't turn them on. But
no, 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 no.
he
The
was
lights
he
were
was he was standing in darkness.
No, the lights were on when they put down the curtain. Like so, when he was supposed to come out, the lights were supposed to be off, so his music had hit, and then they were supposed to turn on the lights. They put down the curtain when the lights were still on, so you saw him. Then they turned off the lights, hit the music, and then they turned them back on so he could come out. Like it was weird how it
Good
didn't
way.
seem right.
It was mistimed.
Yeah,
And as for Killer Tomatoes' point with the file failure, the screen being messed up, I don't know. I'm gonna assume that it was the hologram thing with the clone and the hacking messing things up.
yeah.
I don't know. It looked a little different than that. Like it looked like its own thing, so maybe it was legit. It does kind of play into my little conspiracy theory that Orange Cassidy was the one messing with the Bucks, and now he's back and someone's messing with him, but who knows? Um,
I would love that.
we'll see. Yeah.
Maybe that's his big
Yeah.
reveal. No,
Yeah.
but I agree,
So
man. Like, and
that's all I got.
everyone knows how much of an Orange Cassidy fan I am. So like, anytime he's back, I'm gonna get hyped. And but I
And
wish it
again,
was
maybe
more of a
I'm yeah.
surprise. I wish it was better. Like I wish it was at the pay per view. Like they just so many things they could have done that would be better for him. And he's gonna get a big push because they need him right now. So
Yeah, I didn't
we'll
mind
see.
it at all being on Dynamite. I just don't think
Yeah.
because enough people came out and came back on All Out. But I just think, and I don't think this is a WWE brain thing to say. I think it's just booking a very strong creative return
Mm-hmm.
for the moment. And moments are fine. Like WWE makes them what they are with melodramatic, but whatever. Okay, next up, Mark Briscoe versus MJF in a tables and tax match.
That was
Um,
awesome.
probably my favorite match of the night.
It was so
Um,
good.
I loved it. I thought it was great. They went all out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like nice and bloody, did all the fun spots. I love all the attacks in the ring. Like they did not hold back. It wasn't lame and like a little pile and that was it. Um, yeah, I thought it was great. The right person won.
Yes.
Mark Briscoe beat MJF, which I thought was the absolute right call. Trying to think. I love how they had all the attacks on their boots afterwards, including Bryce.
I
Um,
really enjoyed even the small things like MJF putting the tables away because like he didn't want to get hurt, so he started going around the ring just putting them all back under. Like I audibly laughed out loud at that. That was really good. Like this, like those kind of small spots is what makes him so good. But the whole match was fantastic. You had exactly what you needed. MJF wearing all white was just perfect because it looked honestly at one point it looked like he had a period. Like he just was all because he because Mark Briscoe had to he put his head there. So it was a fun match. It was really exactly what it needed to be. I love the post match promo from him that they showed on. I think they showed on Dynamite, right? They didn't show on the pay per view.
yeah, which is very intriguing
Yeah,
because the promo that he cut, again, he said he's going away, taking some time off, and he's going to come back better than ever, more focused than ever, angrier than ever to take back his title. So I'm excited for that. I don't know
yeah,
how long that will be, but I'm intrigued by that, and I think it's the right call for him right now to kind of cool him off and let him reset because, it has been a weird year for him.
Happy
It's been a
Gilmore's
strong
career.
year, but it's been a weird year. But this is part of where my problem with the show was last night, and we'll get into it more as we go on and on here. I know it's impossible to do everybody, but momentum. Like Mark Briscoe won this match, career defining, beating MJF. Not many people beat MJF on pay-per-view, let alone.
Hmm.
And like, no, Mark just cuts the same slapsticky conglomeration promo, doing a six-man tag, doesn't get the pin, and I get the focus on hologram, which is fine. But like, it just felt like he's just
Yeah,
right back into it.
at
Like
least give him
what?
like an in ring segment that leads to the match or something
Yeah.
like.
And don't get me wrong, it's 1 week. He's still in there with Okada and Takeshita. I think that's the direction. I think if you're going to do something with Mark to follow this up, he should be fighting Okada or Takeshita at
Yeah,
Wrestle Dream. That's my opinion.
yeah,
So I'm not like jumping down the throat, but like that was a little again at that point I was already kind of frustrated with the night, so everything was kind of irking me. But yeah. So that's my thoughts on tables and tax.
agreed.
Anything from you?
Um, no, I like I said, I agree with all that. I think that it's gonna be interesting. I like that he like brought back all the stuff that he was on top of the world and like he was the guy, and then all of a sudden after the Adam Cole stuff, it just like went sour. And I was like,
Mhm.
that's great. Go back to that old MJF, just with the new kind of not as slapsticky promo stuff that you've been doing. I'm fine with it. So I hope he does come back. Probably gonna just invoke the contract, when he comes back and try to win it. So it's gonna be interesting the timing. That's what I'm. It's gonna be 2 months. Is it gonna be less? Is it gonna be more? Like I'm interested to see how much time he takes away.
I would think it's by full gear. He's back only because I know December is typically when they do the Dynamite Diamond Ring defense, and he will have to defend it.
That's fair.
And plus, he mentioned World's End. With World's End coming up, I would think Page and MJF is your World's End match.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
I don't know. All right, next up, the coffin match between Darby Allin and John Moxley. Excuse me. We were both incorrect with our picks. We both went with Darby Allin,
Yep.
and John Moxley won. I
That
don't mind it. I
bastard.
don't
That's
hate it.
why.
I think I forget when it was. There was some point in the night where I just like, yeah, he's losing, and it makes sense. It's fine. I forget when it hit me, but it hit me that how wrong I was, like with my pick, and I was like, oh well, I just didn't see the vision on that angle of it. Um,
Oh, that's because you're not talking Seth
but
Rollins.
well, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it was a good match. I loved the spot with the coffin being stood up and Darby diving through and tackling Box and putting him right through it. I
Yep,
love that.
that was so dope.
Um, Dar just Darby's like I don't want to say Darby's my goat because he's not my goat, but he's like my AEW like guy right now. I love him. He is so good in there. He's so exciting to watch with everything he does. Um,
Exciting and terrifying are
yeah,
interchangeable in that sentence because sometimes I'm
yeah, but
very scared to see what he does.
that's what makes him so exciting. Like I'm never afraid to
Bored,
watch
never
anything he's
bored.
doing.
Yeah,
No, never. Um, yeah, I just and
even on
then
Dynamite, man, like he was like you could tell he's practiced with that flamethrower because he was holding it like so close to
Oh
him
yeah.
without even like flinching. I was like, man, one one bad trigger, you could set your hair on fire.
He almost got Claudio. Claudio got a little stuck there for
Yeah,
a minute. He was like, "Oh, get me the fuck out of here!
that was
Darby
so
ain't
funny.
stopping." But my only little issue was the segment backstage later that night, where Darby jumped out of the bag or whatever and threw Mox in it and lit it on fire for like a second. Like I would have done that a little bit sooner after the match. It was like almost like a full hour and a half later in the
Mm-hmm.
night when they did that. And like at that point, like suspension of disbelief of him being in the bag, I'm like, okay, like maybe do that a little sooner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever. That's a nitpick. It's a nitpick. But I did like Pac returning. I liked him with the cut hair. I think it was a good look. Um, didn't recognize him for a second. But
I
yeah,
was
then
gonna
they
ask. I was like,
all
shit, they got a new member. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
yeah, and then they all grab him. They all grab the coffin and they start walking it out together. I was waiting for them to do like the dance. You know the dance with the African guys like doing the
Oh
dancing
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
like the meme. I was waiting for them to do something like that. I just walk them out like, hey. But yeah, and now we're gonna get an I Quit match at Wrestle Dream, which is gonna be great. And again, I think this is the one now where Darby should win.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mox saying I quit would be like the troops maybe losing the faith in him, but
Yeah,
we'll get to that a little bit. We'll get to that with our next point now, with Chris Statlander having a huge week.
bro. I was so hyped for
Yeah,
her. I was so happy she won.
winning the women's world title at All Out by pinning Tony Storm and using the oh, when I'm blanking on the word, the necktie. What was it called? No, the something tie. What's the wheel you to finish? I'm blanking now. I had it in my head.
Oh, the bolt? No.
Whatever. You get my point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Either way, using the finisher seatbelt. Thank you. I knew it was something with like okay. Seatbelt. Using the seatbelt, Wheeler Yuta's finisher, which he's used in past matches. Um, yeah, I thought awesome. Like, I mean, it's good. She pinned her. It was a shock. Tony was like pleased that it was someone that did it, that conquered and took it from her and all
I
that.
love the reaction. She's so
Yeah.
good.
And it was great because you had Tekla taking out Jamie Hayter. They were kind of the start of the feud with them a few months ago, so they took each other out. I think it was the right call. I like
Yep.
it a lot. My only concern, of course, now is how it goes. Like, how are you going to keep all these people on TV and like Tony's so undeniable. Like, does Tony just go away now? Like, I don't think she should. That's why I think that's why I think they're going to win the women's tag titles. But so how can you get Tony
Or
on
at least
TV?
go in the tournament. Maybe they don't win it, but at least they make a run in the tournament. Like they'll bring
I'm
it
saying long
significant.
term, week to week. Like Tony's someone that you can't just cool off now. You can't. Um, and yeah, and then this past week, then on Dynamite last night, she defends the belt against Mina Shirakawa
Great
and
match.
beats Mina. Beats Mina. It was a good match. It didn't really
Not great,
blow me
sorry.
away again.
Good match.
No, no, no. Hey, if you think it was great, that's cool. Me personally, by that point, I was kind of already checked out on the episode, and I was dreading the potential return of Britt Baker personally, um, because they were in Pittsburgh, and I thought they were going to do it. I thought they were going to do it. I
Yeah,
thought Britt
maybe
was going to
that's
come
fair.
out,
I didn't even think about that.
steal the spotlight, and like whatever. They didn't do it, thank God. I thought they were going to do a post match because then post match, Death Riders come out. They're all surrounding the ring with Harley and Chris in there. I thought they were going to do a thing where Mox rejected Yuta's pick in stat and went with Britt. I thought Britt was going to join the fucking Death Riders, dude. I thought Britt was going
Wow,
to
you
come
were
out,
really bugging out.
join, and well, because that I mean, I didn't think that until like they were in the ring. It didn't hit me. That didn't hit me until they were in the ring. I thought Britt was just going to come out and be like, "I'm Britt," and that was the end of the night. Once they got in there though, and were like around her for a minute, that's when my gears started turning, and I was like, "Uh oh." Tony and Britt tag team? No,
God,
thank you.
no.
No. No, Tony would be with Mina based
Yeah.
on history and what they've done. Um, Timeless Tooth. Okay. But yeah, they didn't do that. Stat stayed babyface, gave Mox the finger, took out Yuta. I love that Yuta sold it just like Danielson sold it
Yep.
when Claudio uppercutted him. Um, and yeah, I thought it was huge for Stat, a big moment. I loved it. Stat grabs Harley, saves Harley, gets away. Yeah, it's a huge week for Statlander, and I think she deserves it. Her new theme song is great. Um,
I had
it's
a
good, yeah.
I had a split second where I thought either Stat joined with Harley turn heel or Harley turned on Stat and Harley pulls out and puts on a fake mustache to make her heel turn.
Wow, yeah. I never thought they would do Harley, but
No, imagine Harley joining the Death
it's
Riders.
nice
I would lose my
it's nice
shit.
to see somebody
That'd be so funny.
did though.
But no, I really enjoyed everything Statlander did this week. I think it's gonna be good. Harley and Max should be good. I do think so. Um, I like that they're pushing her finally. I think she finally gets this push that she's deserved for a while. Um, no chance that anything is happening with her in Death Riders. I know people were like, this could still be something. It's like, no, she's out, totally out. I really enjoy that as well. I just want to see how it keeps going from here because like someone is
Well,
potentially joining the Death Riders in her place then, and it's gonna be like who's gonna turn. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm really excited to keep watching it keep happening.
I'm really curious if Tony pulls the trigger on this. Not fully, but like it should be Stat and Marina, if not at Wrestle Dream, at some point in the next month, one on one
Yes,
for the
I
women's
agree.
title. Like, but and that's another thing. I don't get why Wheeler never like pushed Marina to do what he's doing with Stat.
I don't
But now
understand my
that's
arena. My once AEW bell was gone, she's not told to be case why she didn't start wrestling. It's potentially because she's not a good wrestler though, so I don't know.
I mean she's not, but I'm saying from a story standpoint. Listen, I don't want to see her wrestle on
Yeah, from a
TV,
story standpoint,
but
she should have been wrestling almost from the beginning. So like,
yeah.
whatever.
All right. Next up, we have the tag team title match, four-way ladder match thrown
Yeah, agreed,
together.
Jada Falco.
Feel everyone knows, yeah. Listen, I mean, I'm relieved Brodito retained. I was
Yes.
ready for the Bucks to win it. I was sitting there. I enjoyed the match. I wasn't hate watching it, but I was just dreading the possibility of them winning it. I'm glad they did not. And then post match, the Bucks are in the ring, and they're in the ring, and they're getting their applause for no freaking reason. Um, and then here comes Jungle Boy Jack Perry, as they say on commentary, um,
Which gave it away
getting
right
hit.
away, which pissed me off.
I disagree. I didn't think so at all. I thought it was just Taz being dumb because Taz said Jungle Boy, and I think Scalper said Jack Perry. But either way, um, Jack Perry's making a face. I'm like, oh God, this is gonna suck, whatever. And then the lights go out, and then it's revealed that it was
Well, he
Jack
gets beat up
Perry that
first.
yeah, he gets beat up, but
Oh,
they're
okay.
about to do the BTE trigger, and he's smiling and everything like that. It's revealed that Jack Perry is the one that resurrected and pulled Luchasaurus out of the metaphorical
Wild.
grave, healed him back to health, and the return of Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus coming out and helping Jack Perry take out the Young Bucks. They have their big moment. They hug. The music plays. Whoa, hits, and everyone's happy. Go lucky. Um, what are your thoughts? And then I'll go.
So agreed. I really liked the tag team match. I thought it was a fun match. All the spots are great. I thought Jet Speed. I thought Mike Bailey broke his whole lower body at one point when he tried to do that moonsault onto Hechicero and completely missed him. That was a scary spot for me. But besides that, I really liked pretty much the entire match. It was great. Post match, I was confused because obviously there's been no interaction since he's been gone. So once he started finding them, I was like, ugh, like, all right,
So
I can see
yeah,
it.
so that's the thing. So quick pause. Excalibur did mention it, but here's my problem with it. All that happened on BTE. Their
Oh
little
yes, they
web
did
show.
mention that. You're right. You're right.
They brought it back about a month or two ago, and all the
Yep.
teasing and clues, it all happened on BTE. And I've never been, even before all the punk stuff, just in general, I never watched or cared for BTE. So I
Even but
saw the stuff online, but like if you don't watch BTE, you didn't know any of
that's what I'm
that.
saying. Throw some of that onto the show and just be like, hey, like look at our channel. Like there's more clues there, or whatever. Like you could do whatever. That's annoying
Yeah.
then. But I mean,
Yeah, they're not gonna tell you to go there to watch clues, but
yeah,
yeah, I
you
get
know
your
what I
point.
mean. Like hint that there's more to see there. Um, but no, I kind of thought it was out of nowhere. Not gonna lie. Like I still think it's out of nowhere. I'm not upset by it because I do like Jurassic Express. Um, I know one of our friends, Kristen, was very excited that Boy and his dinosaur just reunited. She was almost brought to tears because she loves him. So like that's great, and I know there's a fan base that likes that, and like I said, I'll enjoy it. But I just feel like it's kind of being forced because the other stuff didn't work. So they're just kind of going back to like something that they know is going to work. It's going to be a little nostalgic for everyone. They're going to get back into it. I'm excited for it. I want to see where they go with it. I want to see if it's any different. Like I want to see what next Wednesday is going to be like when they speak for the first time. But I'm hesitant because, like I said, it came out of nowhere, like completely out of nowhere for me. So
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic as well. I mean, Jack Perry can go fuck himself as far as I'm concerned forever. But like, as a fan, like, okay, so this was the plan because I'm annoyed I missed it. But we need to realize that Nick Wayne breaking his ankle messed up everything
yeah,
because he wasn't supposed to come back at Forbidden Door. He was supposed to come back last night at All Out. That was the return because they clearly showed a chopped version of that video at Forbidden Door.
mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm pissed I missed this, but apparently somebody caught in the clipped video that they showed at Forbidden Door, or whenever it was that he came out and returned.
No, it was
Somebody
forbidden.
caught
Yeah,
somebody caught the arm. No, I think it was the Wednesday before, but either way, somebody caught that the arm was Jack Perry's arm, and like apparently that leaked, and I never saw that online up until after All Out.
how would you know
But
the arm is Jack Perry's arm though? How do you know what Jack Perry's arm looks like?
well, apparently it was like he was wearing the black jacket that he wears. I don't know. I didn't see the clip. All I know is that somebody pointed out that they caught it and called out online that it was Jack Perry from the short video from Forbidden Door. Because people were, complimenting them, saying "good catch," blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic for it. I mean, I hope it's good. It depends what they're going to be like now. I don't think he's going to be the scapegoat thing anymore. I think this is going to be a new thing. I'm willing to let it play out and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best. But we don't know. I don't know.
Killer Tomato also said he had
Uh,
a slight tear in his eye when the music hit for Jungle Express. He saw the jungle theme background and got hyped. Yeah, no,
okay.
like I said, I want it to be good. I'm not saying I don't. I just because of
Mhm.
just like how it happened, like I'm just not sure what it's gonna be. So until like I kind of see more, I'm not gonna say like yeah gung ho, but no, I hope
Yeah,
it
I
works
mean
out.
they'll feud. Yeah, they'll feud with the. They should feud with the Bucks
Yeah,
at least for a month or two.
that's what I
But
would think.
yeah, well, the tag division has a ton of teams. So I mean, and the exciting thing about Brodito is that since they're such a thrown together team that is hugely over, every tag title defense, at least from me, like they can lose them.
Yeah,
Like even
and
watching them on, yeah, like
and
I thought they could have lost them last night.
and the acclaim's
Like they
not
could
coming
lose them.
back, so like that's
Well,
gonna
but
be a
we'll
thing.
see. We'll see about that. I don't
Well,
know. We'll see.
probably coming back. All right, moving
I don't
on.
know.
Main event.
Yeah. Last up, the main event: Adam Page, Kyle Fletcher. Adam Page retained. Not really surprising. Great match. I didn't really have anything to talk to or add about with this match. I mean, I liked it. I didn't like that Don Callis was out there.
Told
Um,
you.
yeah, I know, but I still didn't like it. I didn't think he should have been on commentary at all. Um, and my issue was again momentum because looking at Dynamite, I mean, it was kind of like, all right, let's give Adam Page this random open challenge world title thing against a hometown person to get him on TV. And then Kyle Fletcher, he's going after Hologram to try and take away Hologram's streak, which is going to clearly lead to whatever is going on with the glitch or the clone, whatever corruption is going on with Hologram. That's going to come to a head next week. So at least they both cut promos talking about it, and it just I don't know. I just didn't like the presentation or direction of the two of them the next episode, so to speak. It didn't connect with me. Nothing really was connecting with me on Dynamite personally. So,
No, I
um,
100% agree.
what'd you think of the match at All Out and everything with their follow up?
No, I 100% agree with you. I mean, the match we knew was going to be as good, exactly how it went. Great match. Knew Page was going to win. No problem there. But then Dynamite again, and like we were saying, same thing with Briscoe, same thing. Maybe not so much with Okada and Konosuke, but like same thing. No Eddie Kingston. Even though that's going to go on later. No Jurassic Express. Like all this follow up, all this stuff that you can do with these guys, we're not doing with them. And it's like, so, no offense to Fletcher, I feel like it's kind of a demotion going from the world champion to now challenging a guy because of his streak that like wasn't really anything there to begin with. Like give him another feud to go right away into. Like give him something to build up off. Let someone challenge him. Why is he challenging someone? He's the champion. Like just stuff isn't making sense, and I think they're just kind of rushing stuff, like you said, just to kind of get through this little period where they're just like, all right, we're kind of tired. We know all this stuff will work. We know there'll be good matches. Let's kind of throw them in and then go from there.
Yeah, my current quasi hot take, I guess, is that I feel like we're 2 months in now, over 2 months in, I think, if I'm doing my math right. Um, I don't think there was really a plan for Adam Page and his title reign. Like, it's been very underwhelming so far for me, at least.
Is it
Um,
possible that Osprey was supposed to win and like maybe got hurt?
think so. I don't think so, but like maybe an injury did mess everything up. I mean, they already said he was supposed to fight somebody else at All Out. I mean, maybe it was supposed to be
Wardlow?
Osprey at that, but I just yeah, I think that was already debunked. I think the Wardlow match was debunked, but I feel like I always don't like watching Dynamite right after pay-per-view. It's like a hangover still. Yeah, it's true. And also, I've felt this way personally for the last few years, but like I feel like after All Out, up until like Full Gear, like they're coasting. Me
Yeah.
personally, I always feel like they coast in the fall because football's back. I think Tony Khan loses focus a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because he's focusing on the Jaguars. And then I think once Full Gear ends, like it's still good, but I just think it loses a focus a little bit. He tries a bunch of little things that he wants, and then the Continental Classic kind of carries him from Full Gear to the end of the year, and then football's over, and then he kind of starts the new year and hits a jolt.
Yeah.
So I've definitely felt the last like 2 or 3 years, and I want to be wrong this year because all that started later. But last night was not a good sign. But we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Last point
All
of
right.
the night. We have the
Yes. So
PWI 500 on, I think last week, or literally a week ago from today. We tried to guess their top 10, and then it
hmm,
was revealed, and we have some stuff to say about it. So let me pull up our ranking. Give me 1 second.
yes, and then I will read their ranking in comparison. So again, a reminder for anyone that's not familiar with the PWI 500. This is the top 500 male wrestlers in the world as of June 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025, I believe.
Yes.
So it's not a full calendar year of like only 2024, only 2025. It's the second half of 2024, the first half of 2025. And it's a pretty kayfabe list. They really go off of like not ability, but like legit stories and who has the belt and who's featured and blah blah blah. So, let me see. Total, we got one, two, three, four,
I thought we had five, four.
five names that we have on our list are on their list. So we got half the list right with names. So we nailed one and two. Cody at one again. Again, this is our list on the screen. I'm reading you the actual official list here. Cody was number one. Moxley was number two. Walter was number three. We were off by two. Not
Yeah, I was
terrible.
surprised that they put him so high. Good for him, though.
Yeah. Adam Page at number four. I personally think a little high. Only because at that point it was a lot about his ascension and rise back up. And by the end of June, he really only had the 0-1 at that point. He didn't have the belt. The swerve stuff kind of was cooled off. So I don't really agree with Page at four. Personally, I wouldn't have put him in the top 10. I don't know what you think about Page, but
No, I mean, just compared to how everyone else had like belts and storylines and stuff, I just didn't think that they were gonna put Page in the top 10 because, like we said, he won it towards the end of the year that I actually not
yeah,
even
he
in
won it
the
in
June. Yeah,
this
yeah.
cycle. That's what I'm saying. He at that point, all he really won during this cycle was the Owen Cup,
But if they're
which
just
is,
going up based off storyline, then I guess just based off pure storyline, since his took such a long time and he had such big matches in there, I guess you could make an argument, but I still think four is too high.
yeah. Number five was a name that I did mention last week. We didn't put him on the top 10, but I had a feeling we should have. Hiroki Goto from New Japan.
Hmm.
So he was number five. Number six, Jey Uso, Yeet Man.
Terrible.
Um,
Terrible. Ma-
Originally we were gonna put him at 10 and we bumped him off,
yeah,
but yeah,
and
I
it does make
I don't
sense.
know, man.
It does make sense.
Yeah,
I'm just not happy
he's
about it because like he did have the Royal Rumble win. He did have the Intercontinental title run. He did win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. He did have a reign in the 24 to 25 year calendar. So like, yeah,
yeah.
I still think 5
Wasn't
is too
his IC
high.
title
Still think
reign
he should have been
only
at 10.
wasn't he wasn't he only IC champion for like a week though? Wasn't it very quick?
Was it that short? I know it was short. I don't know if it was a week short. Let me see.
I don't. I'm trying to find it really quick.
I got you. Go to the next one. I got you.
Um, all right.
28 days.
All right, so it was a month, so I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. But
But I'm just saying, like those were
yeah,
things he did in that year, so I can see it culminating to a
yeah.
top 10 because he was.
I don't think you should have. Yeah,
I don't think he should have been 5.
a
I think he
little
should have been
lower.
10, like we had him. But
He,
it
he
is what
he
it
was
is.
6. But moving
Sorry.
on. Number 7 is Swerve Strickland. Which that one kind of surprises me because unless I'm misremembering, he didn't have any belts
Nope.
during that time frame. Um,
And
so
again,
yeah,
the
that I don't
reason we bring
know.
that up
That
is
one
because
kind of
like when they do this top 500, they usually put like the belt, the champions in the top 10, like the bigger reigns and stuff like that. That's why we put Zack Sabre Jr. up there. That's why we put
yeah,
Nick Nemeth up there because like they all had title reigns in that time frame, and that's what they usually go by.
yeah,
So it was strange.
yeah. If you gave me Paige, Jay, and Swerve and told me two have to be on, I would put Paige and Jay. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have put Swerve on the top 10
yeah,
at all.
100%.
Like
Because
at least Paige and Jay, I can be like, okay, like I get it.
but that's another one where
Swerve
it's like
doesn't.
pure storyline, like um
Yeah.
where he
What
was
was
defending AEW, where he was facing the EVPs, he was doing all that stuff. So like that was actually wait, was that EVPs sooner? No, EVPs was out of the was
it
that
was the
after
Death
here?
Riders. It was the Death Rider stuff.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Oh wait,
just
so
and
then
that
maybe he
yeah.
was champion maybe at the beginning of the year.
No, he wasn't because Danielson, he was for the first 2 months. Remember Danielson beat him for it in like mid-July, I think, or
Yeah, so I don't
mid-August. Because
understand then.
Danielson beat Swerve and then Mox beat Danielson. So I mean, he started it as champions. I guess that's why.
Yeah,
Um,
weird.
it's just whatever. Number 8, Seth Rollins. So we had him at 3. He was at 8. Um, Not terrible. I guess it's fine. It's close enough ish. Number 9, another name I did bring up, but we didn't go with was Mystico,
Yeah.
aka Sin Cara. Again, the Mexico. Like I said, they like to put at least one New Japan and one
I'll take the hit on that one.
CMLL
I didn't believe
display.
Mystico would make the top 10 because I remember
So
Sin Cara.
yeah, and then lastly at number 10, Will Ospreay. Which again, kind of like Swerve. I mean, was last year's All In? Was that when he beat MJF or MJ? We did this. We did this a few weeks ago too, and I forgot.
Yeah, because that was
But
the one that was in London, so that's where he beat MJF for the American
yeah,
title or whatever.
the international. Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah. But so I don't know. Besides that, I mean, I feel like I would have put a few other
But
people
that's
ahead
another
of
one.
Osprey, but
If you put Paige and Swerve in there, you got to put Osprey in there because most of those storylines that they were involved in, he was there. Like Paige and him are directly against each other. Him and Swerve were facing each other for a while, then teaming with each other. So like, if those two are in the top 10, I understand why Osprey's in the top 10. I just don't think two of those three should. I mean, we had Osprey as number 6, so like I see us putting Osprey in the top 10. But like, I feel like Swerve and Paige. I mean, I guess same argument goes the other way. If we have Osprey there, maybe we should have put at least Paige there because Paige beat Osprey in a huge storyline thing. So like, I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, in the end, they did 4 WWE, 4 AEW, and then you had Hiroki Goto from Japan and Mystico from Mexico, which lines up with kind of what they usually do.
Yeah,
Um, I do, even though we got 1 and 2 right, I still think Mox had the better year. I think. I really think if we broke it down
I
here,
agree with you,
like, and we
and we
went
said
month
that
to
last
month,
week.
yeah, I Mox should have been number 1,
No, we
and I
said
think
that
they
last week,
wanted to
but
go,
it's Cody with the
yeah.
bigger starlight, I
Yeah.
guess, spotlight.
Yeah, I think well also I think they wanted to give because they made a point of mentioning it. I think they wanted to give Cody the back-to-back because I think only three other people prior to him have ever gotten number one back-to-back.
Awful
So I think they wanted to take that opportunity.
bastards.
But
Also, it's a
yeah.
shame what Joe Henry's become, and we kind of knew it was going to happen, but it's so sad what he's
Yeah.
become. He's literally just
And it's
become
funny,
a walking meme. It's terrible.
I don't remember it, but I think Hendry was like 12 too. I think he was close. But I digress.
That
All
sucks.
right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for sticking with us. We know we went a little bit over, but hey, there's two pay-per-views to talk about.
Yep.
Um, so we had a lot to dive into. We'll see how next week goes. If it'll
Yes,
be more
sir.
to talk about, let's talk about. And we don't have anything scheduled yet for Monday, but we will figure out Monday and our October, and we'll let you know on Monday what our month ahead looks like. So if you have any ideas for us, anything you want to see us do, reach out to us on our socials over on Twitter or Facebook at the SharpSHOOTers. And if you want, also you can also text us directly. Let us know anything you want to see us do on the show for October, spooky season.
Peace out, everyone.
All
Have a
right.
great night.
Later.